Had plenty of people asking for reviews on this guy. Well, you about to get it. So, I'm out headed to Buffalo to get a motorcycle. And figured I'd talk about some stuff with you guys for just a quick minute. Hopefully this will all work out while I'm driving. I've got my map application open right. Yeah, it canceled me as soon as the truck connected. So, but anyways, here I am talking. Yeah, I've had quite a few people over the years ask me to do a review on the little Portland saw from Harbor Freight, and I had to get some tie-down straps. So I was at Harbor Freight getting tie-down straps. And I saw that they had that chainsaw on sale, $149.99. I figured this would be a great opportunity to make fun of steel. So I'll get that. I'll do a review and everything, and then I'll go ahead and purchase the Stihl MS 162. And if the 162 outperforms that little Portland, I'll let you know. However, that thing is a sickly dog. And anyways, I got plans, right? I went ahead and I bought the extended warranty on this saw, on the little Portland. That way, whenever I blow it up, which I'm going to blow it up, I will be able to just give it back. Anyways, and get my money back. So I will admit that I have, with the little Portland saw versus the MS 162, I have a bone to pick. I don't think, I think it's almost like bullying what Stihl is doing. Yeah, you get me? It's they're this big company with a great big name, and they produce a little itty bitty chainsaw that is supposed to be for homeowners, and they're like, you got to get it because it's obviously the best choice. And it's a terrible choice. I see no reason whatsoever for that saw to be on the market at all. I think it is absolutely putrid. And what I mean by that, you get a lot of people going, hey, all I need is a little lightweight saw. Well, you know what? You can get a little lightweight saw for less money, and it's going to be more powerful. You can get a little lightweight saw for less money, and it be more reliable. You can get a little lightweight saw for less money. You hear what I'm saying? The Stihl, it's just makes me sick. That little 162. The old what was it? The 170. Yeah, the old 170. As much as I hated that saw, it was fine. For what it was fine, and they did run well and produce enough power for your little homeowner types. Why change it? Anyways, there was no reason. They just saw money to be made, and they're making it. Got a little cheap made in China saw, and they're shoving it out there, and consumers all over the place are gobbling them up because they're going, a Stihl chainsaw for under $200? Wow. Whenever all you're getting is a made in China piece of shit. So I don't know why I hate those saws so much, but I sure do. Yeah. Alright, so let's talk just briefly about the motorcycle I'm going to get. It is another Victory. If you watch the channel, you'll know that I have owned a Victory Kingpin for a while until I made the trip up north. I figured there was, the cost to make a trip, because I would have had to make a trip basically just for that motorcycle. They're so big, they take up pretty much your whole trailer almost. So I would have had to have made a trip specifically for that motorcycle, go down and back up with my trailer, each way costing me, hell, and gas alone is like $200 each way, I think. So we're looking at $400. Then there's food and everything. To make the trip, it would have cost me probably $700 or so. And you add that on top of the bike, and the bike really wasn't worth all that much. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give somebody down here a really good deal. And it went to, I can't remember his name already. I'm sorry, buddy. Is it Peter? Anyways, a good guy. He bought a lot of stuff off of me. He bought my Poland Pro 335. He bought an Echo 590 off of me. Anyways, and he came back and he got that Victory Kingpin, which was a very nice bike. But I'm going up here to get a Victory Cross Country Tour. So it's the big boy. The only thing bigger and more expensive in the Victory lineup was the Vision, the Victory Vision, and I don't like those. It's not my thing. They look kind of dorky to me. So the Victory Cross Country Tour is what's up. That's the big boy. Got the big trunk on the back so that Irene has a nice big spot to lay back on and enjoy the ride. It's got an air shock so that whenever, between the two of us, we're not exactly little. We're pushing right up on close to a 400-pound load, just me and her. Close, and it's just like that air suspension is going to be nice, to be able to just put a little bit more air pressure in that rear shock and then go off on a trip. Love it. Can't wait. Plus, this guy's already done a lot of modifications to it, and he has an upgraded shock for the rear. My guess is the stock shock, he wanted a little bit more pressure than that thing was able to carry. Just a guess. I don't know. But if that's the case, that's even better. It's even better. He's already got the seat has been upgraded by Cyclops, I believe. So it should be a nice, really comfortable ride. If not, we'll swap that out for an Ultimate seat. All these things are pretty standard fare for the Victories. But I really like them. What I want is an Indian Challenger. However, I can get 3 of these Victory cross countries for the price of one of the new Challengers, and I can't see the point. Me and Irene do not ride that much. We're weekend warrior types and fair weather types too. If it's cold or any kind of chance like there might be rain, we ain't riding. So it's not like we're gonna be the type to put 20,000 miles a year on a bike. This one has got, I think it's got right at 15,000 miles on it, and it's going a little bit too fast. So it's got about 15,000 miles on it. So it'll probably take us, 4 years before we get it up to, like, say, 25,000 miles. And they're still really good to go at 25,000 miles. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I had my old Victory for like 5 years. And besides the very first year, which I did this big round trip across the country, and I put 55,000 miles on it, or 5,500 miles at one go. Besides that year, I average probably about 3,000 miles a year, something like that. 2,000, 2 to 3, not much. But heck, who knows? Up here in New York, the weather's a lot nicer than it is in Atlanta. In Atlanta, it's warmer. I'll grant you that. That doesn't mean it's nicer. It gets so hot in Atlanta. What we found is we would leave on our motorcycle rides by 9 a.m. so that we could be back by about 1. Because if you waited, you at 1 you were just cooking, just scorching. I'd be in short shirt and shorts and everything, and that's dangerous to ride like that. I recognize that, and I don't like doing it. But it was so hot down there, God, it was awful. Anyways, enough jibber jabber. At this point, if I get the bike, you'll see it right here on the video. Ah, there she is, gang. Woo! That is one nice machine. You don't need that Reese cup. So this thing, I mean, my goodness, it came with so many extras. Just show you. Super nice. I can't remember exactly. I think it's got like right at 15,000 miles. Yeah, not quite 15,000 miles yet. Tons of upgrades on it. All right, so it doesn't have the air shock. He said this shock is better. It was a $1,000 upgrade shock. He's like, the air shock would leak a little bit, and this one's just better. It's a Penske rear shock for it. So I'm okay, whatever. Tons of upgrades. The seat, super nice. Cush seat, really like it. This is, he sent in the seat and had it reupholstered and it's all nicey niced. Tons of, just like really nice riding gloves, goggles, you name it. It's got a Garmin GPS unit right here. That's probably pretty old school, and I probably won't use it at all, really. The GPS is over there in one of those boxes. But nice RAM setup for the phone. It's just set up. It's ready to go. It's really nice. Really, really, really nice. He's got a new amplifier and speakers in the front. And he did not put, there he is. He did not hook those up to the amplifier. They're just running off the regular radio. Whatever. I don't care about that. I don't really, I kind of think the people that drive around blaring music are dorks. But hey, I've never had a bike with a stereo, so maybe I'll be a dork now. I don't know. Louis, we're having a little issue with Louis. Louis keeps wanting to run off, chase deer and stuff. Sadly, I think I might have to rehome him, which is terrible. I hate the thought of that, but I also hate the thought of tethering him and not allowing him to run or constantly leashing him. Anyways, but that's a different story. We're on to the Victory right here. So, it's got the original air shock, the speakers. He kept everything. Got a fresh oil change kit, which, I would just buy. There's a specific oil. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but these have a wet clutch, and you can't get oil with additives. I've done it before. I looked it up. I think the oil that I used was the, Rotella. I think that's what I used in my Victory. But anyways, buying this kit like this, shoot, man, they're probably charging $20 a quart, and it takes like 4 or 5 quarts, and the oil filter as well. So he probably paid $150 just for that kit, These right here, the stock exhaust. He has the stage 1 exhaust, which I hate a loud bike, but this is not loud at all. It's quite nice. Let's go ahead and fire it up for you. Louie, get back here. Louie, get back here. So, anyways, that tail light that wasn't working, he has a brand new set. It came with it. Come on, Louie, go inside. Go on. There you go, boy. Oh, while I'm in here, he also, look at this. Really nice leather Victory jacket, vest, and another lighter weight jacket. And what I'm wearing, see it? Victory hoodie and Victory hat. He gave me all kinds of stuff. So what it was, he was an older gentleman, and the discs in his back were degenerating. And, if I had to guess, he'd be 65 to 70 years old, something like that. And he couldn't ride anymore. He bought it brand new in 2017, and he's been the only owner. And it's like a lot of people, when they get their first bike, they buy all kinds of stuff that they don't need, and that's kind of what he did. It seems like anyways to me, like for example, this right here. This is an oil retrieval pump. So instead of draining the oil like normal, and he had his reasons. He was a sharp guy, but he sucked the oil out whenever he did the oil changes, because it is kind of difficult to change the oil on these things, because you got to get them up in the air. They sit too low for you to get the drain pan under them and everything. So, it's not really fair for me to talk bad about that. That's a great thing. But he gave me that. And so, of course, I got it. I'll use it. Right there, that brand new motorcycle lift. He gave me that. All kinds of stuff. He's got 2 extra windshields, and of course every stock part he kept. So very happy about it. So, but you guys are probably wanting to ask the question: how much did you pay for it? It's perfect. It's like a brand new bike. You ride it, it doesn't feel like it's got any miles on it. It feels like a brand new bike. So I'm very happy about it. But it's better than new. The upgrades that he did, the only one that I don't like, he did I think he said a 2-inch drop, or maybe a 3-inch drop link, and so it sits a lot lower. I don't like that, because whenever I'm touching the ground, my knees are like bent at an awkward angle. He was shorter than me anyways. He was probably, 5'7". Here I am, 6'1", 6'2". He might have been 5'6". So he needed to drop it down lower. I think that I'll raise it back up. But we'll see. Before I do anything, I'll ride it around with me and Irene. We'll see. But the seat upgrade alone was probably close to $1,000. The dash, or not the dash, the windshield there. He's got the stock one. He has a high one for long road trips, and he has this low one. It looks awesome. It's great. It's got heated the grips, heated seat, front and rear. I love the rack. He's also got a bag that was made for this rack so that we can fill it up if we're traveling, going on a trip or anything like that. So I really dig it. Really, really dig it. It's got a nice pearl to the paint. Yeah. Ta-da! I'm super happy. But so Irene she's the one. It's not Bodie. It's Irene. Irene's like, oh man, we got to get a motorcycle. Because she's wanting to ride in this beautiful countryside.
And so, okay, we get a motorcycle. But she was quick. She's like, yeah, we should buy the Indian Challenger, the new one. And I'm like, that's a big monthly payment, babe. You know, and she's like, oh, I think we should just get it. We'll have it for a long time and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's $36,000. I got this puppy for $11,500. I could have bought 3. So what I've got if you looked at it this way, in the original budget of the Indian Challenger, which is about $36,000, right? I've got enough left over to buy me a used, I think it's a 2019, I think it's what I'm going to end up getting, Massey Ferguson 45 horsepower tractor. So, yeah, buy used, people. I mean, buying new rarely works out. But anyway, sometimes you got to do it. I mean, I bought my little Frontier brand new. So anyways, just wanted to show off my new ride. Hee hee. Freaking gorgeous. I love it.